Good afternoon, friends. Happy New Year to all my friends and family. Close friends, distant friends, people that I know that are going to listen. I wish you had the best New Year, regardless of your political affiliation or religious affiliation. With that said, I'm going to say what I believe is a state of this country as we begin 2024. Some of this I've covered before, months before. But, giving an update. This is not to be condescending or rude to anybody. Trying to pick fights with anybody. This is just my thoughts of what's going on. Take it as you want. You can agree. Some will agree. Some will disagree. And that's fine. That's your right. But this is what I believe. I'm very disappointed what's happening with this country, the direction we're going on. We have amped up the hate for Mr. Trump, whether you like him or not, to the point where now we have states that are illegally blocking him off the ballot. Because they're saying he was responsible for January 6th, which basically the courts have not proven. And so now, what it really is, there's a point to what I'm saying. They're so dead set to try to stop Trump because they're afraid he's going to win. He has a chance to win. They're afraid of that. They even said they would stop all these court procedures if he dropped out, showing that this is not about getting justice. It's about trying to coerce him to not run. They figured after all this they've been doing the last 3 years that he would drop out, but he has a lot of guts and he hasn't. So now they're panicking, and now it's, let's see if we can get him off the ballot. I don't think that's going to stand at all because they have no legal way to do it. There's nothing said for a fact that he was responsible for January 6th, or else he would be in jail. That's like saying, well, some of the Democrats, I'm going to give them responsibility for what happened 5 months before that, the summer of 2020. There were a lot of Democrats that sat and basically instigated it. But there's no evidence they started it. You can't do anything. This is ridiculous. This is such... In the meantime, with all this waste of time, of trying to stomp Mr. Trump, all this waste of time, we continue to fly through an incredible rate of inflation. It's higher than it's ever been in my life. People continue to suffer with incredible home prices, car prices, food. You just go on. I've said it before. I'm not going to... Everything. Ridiculous prices that... Let me tell you something. If Donald Trump was erased tomorrow, if you got your wish, they're not going to put him in jail. This is all smoke and mirrors. They have nothing. But if for some reason, say he died, or he just quit. Let's say he quit. He's not going to quit, but let's say he did. And you eradicated Donald Trump from this race. Do you think the problems in this country are going to go away because of that? That has nothing to do with what's going on. We're deflecting the reality of what's going on. And let me tell you something. We put Gavin Newsom in there. Oh my goodness gracious. Check online if you don't, because I've done my homework. The worst economy, the worst state's economy is California. They are in the red more than any state. The biggest homeless rate, the most expensive state. That is a train wreck, California. If this is the man you want to put in for presidency, I have fear if Gavin Newsom ran, he'd have a great chance. Think of what you're putting in. Think of what's happened in California. You want that for this country? Forget your hate of Trump or hate of this one. It's not about that. Okay? The left hates Trump because he exposed their socialism that was being started by Obama. Well, it was started before that, but it was being escalated. And he totally brought it to a halt. I love how the left says... And he would do it again, by the way. But I love how the left sits there and says, I've had people, well, the only reason why Trump was successful is because of the 8 years of Obama. Oh, it just happened to be when he came in, everything started to change. Wasn't that nice? And now, the only reason why things are bad is because of what Trump did. So which is it? Was it good because of Obama or bad because of Trump? They can't lose. They can't, talk about excuses. 8 years of Obama muddling in the mud, and all of a sudden Trump comes in, things get so much better. It's because of Obama. But now it's because of Trump the other way around. Don't make excuses. You got a train wreck for an administration right now. If you get in again, okay? Donald Trump is done. I said this before. Think what's happening to the middle class. Trump said it's going to eradicate the middle class. That's what's happening right now. What he said is happening. Think, forget your woke values and all you can't stand Trump because he's against abortion, he doesn't want this and that. Stop with this nonsense. The middle class is getting squashed out now. And if we continue on this path, it's going to get worse. I'm telling you right now, if we continue with this administration or something like it, Newsom or something like that, there is not going to be an ending. There's no ending right now to this. Biden's going to come up in February at the State of the Union and say the same shovel, the same shit he said the last 2 years. Okay? We have a plan, don't worry, blah, blah. Nothing he's got. Every time he says that, it just gets worse and worse. He has no plan. He has no plan. This is the plan. What you're seeing is the plan. And if we go with this for 4 more years, I can't even imagine what's going to happen to the middle class. Regardless of your race, color, creed, you're going to get squashed out. Trump said it. And it's happening with this administration at an accelerated rate I didn't even think would happen. Please stop the stupidity of listening to it, wasting time with hating Trump. And notice what you have. See, I don't think any other candidate in the Republican Party has a shot to win. I think the Democrats know that. That's why Trump is so far ahead, because people know what he could do. He didn't just talk, he did things. A lot of these other people that are in the Republican Party talk a good game, but would they do anything? That's true of a lot of politicians. They don't do anything. But Trump did things, and people know that. That's why he's way ahead nominations and all the rest of it, and the left is worried about that. So now you see all these sneaky tactics would take him off the ballot without any real justification. But that's my talk for the day. Forget Donald Trump and your fabricated hate that you've been told to hate because of CNN and all these extreme left-wing programs. Think of how good the country was when he was in versus what it is now. We have people jumping through the door because, we get 5% raise and 5.2% raise in the government last 2 years in a row. We never had that under Trump. No, you didn't. You had 2-point-something raise, but you only had 1% interest. You get 9% interest now, and you're making a 5.2 raise. That means you're losing almost 4%. It's called basic math. Things are so freaking expensive. You think they have to at least do that to keep your head close to the water, not above it, but close. And yet people are fool getting a bigger raise. Does that really mean anything with the prices? You need to have like a 9% raise minimum just to get equal. Wake up. Wake up before it's way too late in this country. Right? This is not hateful speech. This is just common sense that I see. Wake up. You go woke, you go broke. You want socialism, you want socialistic Marxist values like the kids want in college. This is what you get. You're getting what's happening. High prices and destruction of the middle class. That's not good. It's Rick here, 1 January. Really hoping to God that things change this year. God bless. Have a great day.